What'd you think of the hiring of Schwartz? That's the guy that I wanted, so I had said that from the beginning. Just your thoughts on Jim Schwartz as a DC.
I think it's a solid choice. I either wanted Brian Flores or Jim Schwartz. The reason I like Flores, I like his style of play. I like what he brings to the table, but you got to also look at it this way. Flores is a hot name, and Flores understands that he wants to be a head coach. And so I don't think he wanted, and we talked a little bit off air, I don't think he wants to be tied down to a defensive coordinator position, given the fact that he feels like he could be a head coach of this league and showing a track record of success in this league. So he wants to be a guy that's a head coach. And so if you look at the situation with the Cleveland Browns, you're saying to yourself, okay, what if the Browns don't perform as well as I would like? Am I going to still be here next year? You may find yourself in a situation where you're kind of outside looking in again if Kevin Stefanski and the whole regime gets kind of moved out because they're not performing next year. So I think that's a little volatile, and I think he kind of was he wanted to, look at all his options. So that was something that I was looking at from the beginning. But with Jim Schwartz, it's a little better of a fit, I believe, for the Browns as well as Jim Schwartz. Now, Schwartz is a guy I think he's in his late 50s. He's been a head coach with the Lions, been a head coach other different places, has not been a good defensive coach, or excuse me, not good head coach wherever he's gone. So I don't think there's a situation where he's going to be thrust in a position, even if the Browns do perform well as a defensive coordinator, that he's going to be a hot candidate name for getting another job in the NFL as far as a head coach. So I think if it fits a little much better, I think Kevin Stefanski will be more comfortable with Jim Schwartz, just given the fact that Andrew Berry knows him, given the fact that he was on a short list of individuals that the Browns were looking at when they would hire Kevin Stefanski. So there's some familiarity there. And he has a great track record with defense. I mean, he's been he has a Super Bowl. I mean, he's had top 5 defenses in Tennessee. He's also done his thing in Philadelphia. So I think it's a really solid hire. And I think the Browns, they improved themselves just with the hire, because I think he'll go back. And I think some of the guys that we saw regress, some may argue JOK, some might argue Newsom, some may argue that Grant Delpit needs some cleaning up to do, and especially up front where you got guys like Perion Winfrey. I think he'll have a much better sound teaching regiment and teaching and getting young players to reach their potential. So I think from that standpoint, the Browns got better.
Yeah, I would agree that it's a different personality. He's a no-nonsense personality, and players talk about his communication ability. So those checks and boxes that the Browns needed.